percentage of shares of BP and Shell owned by UK pension funds is pretty small. It really is pretty small. The impact, therefore, of, I don't want to say a modest tax, because that's a matter of opinion, but the impact of a modest tax on the overall profits of BP, the overall profits of Shell, I wrote it down this morning. Even I was quite surprised. BP has a market capitalisation of £78 billion. It's a huge company. Shell is more than twice the size, £170 billion. Is it going to make any difference? My view is it's not going to make a heap of a difference.
Obviously, interesting discussion there, insights, analysis. That's very, very useful for us. So, Robert, the argument doesn't really stack up according to John Ralfe.
I mean,
it isn't really going to impact pension pots because BP's making profits all over the world. This is just on the North Sea. And even quite a heavy tax on them, as John Ralfe says, wouldn't actually impact their broader profits all that much.
So it's not going to impact pensioners. The boss of BP a couple of days ago said it wouldn't impact investment. It feels as though the arguments against this are falling as we discuss. But I think it's important to think about the bigger context, which is that the North Sea oil tax regime is one of the most generous in the world. Look at Norway. They have $1 trillion public investment fund from their oil wealth. Where's our $1 trillion public investment fund?
They also have a completely nationalised gas industry, right? I mean, there's no private investment.
But I think it's just important when we're talking about the tax rate to look at where we're starting from. There's huge tax subsidies that these companies get. Only a few years ago, Shell was actually being paid by us, by the taxpayers, as part of their North Sea oil thing. So I think a windfall tax makes sense from a political point of view and an economic point of view.